All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Tempo. Right there in the middle. 55. Come on, dude.
Now Foles. And his first look is incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And it's 3rd down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Foles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
Tonight, 180. Watching you fire. Hey, tight. Under. Here we go.
Here's Foles. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Shark, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Watson now to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He finds an opening past the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone or... Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Line him up. Line him up.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Will Fuller! His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming.
Let's go!
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Foles. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lee's got it over the middle, and he's going to get this inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Foles now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Fournette running out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of positions?
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James O'Shaughnessy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. He's definitely making his mark early in the year from the tight end position. 2 games played, 2 touchdowns.
And from what I've seen on tape so far this year, his ability to use the fakes well, his body in the red zone, they should continue to look his way through the entire season.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2.
Man, I got you.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. A.J. Boyer with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
First down, Jaguars.
He's going right at him. Mark 37. I know he ain't got it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Get him, get him. 37 to Mike 37.
2nd and 10. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
At the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Under.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Alex Collins. his first touchdown of the new season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike's 47. Mike's
From the gun, here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To try again after the sack. Watson, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Fuller. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. To throw is Watson. And it'll be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, Takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, this is Collins. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
6 guys. Under.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They come out here in the eye.
Watch a slant.
They'll go with a keeper, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Nick Foles, as the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That good for 19 and a first down.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Now Foles. And an alley to run. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson. They'll roll him out right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll toss it to Miller. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
19. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And that one drops incomplete as he got...
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
At their own 20-yard line.
Good. Warning. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Pick.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Foles. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. 3rd down here. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing.
It's a foot race. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable. But
now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle there by Breanne Body Calhoun.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. To throw again on second down. Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 12 yards there and a first down. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this set. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On second and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. On first and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Again, it's Watson. And that is incomplete here. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now third and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Go, go, go. Right there in the middle, 55. Stay with your man.
Here's Foles. He's got Swaim here as tight end outright. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Throw right side of the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brandon Dunn busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Foles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. Flush to his right. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tonight, 180. Hey, go. Down goal. Hey, box drop. Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Tiger. 41 Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now it's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down.
Set. 180. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise. I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Logan Cook now as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Now Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Watson now to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. That one looks like he'll throw here. Lee's got it over the middle. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Where's the tap? 19! 24!
Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own